many challenges to overcome in construction of that project. They would include, first of all, the phases of construction. You have to look at the mobilization of the contractor site and clearing some of the material, some of the areas that they're going to be using. Some of the challenges might be in recruiting qualified personnel for construction. But I'm sure, depending on the contractor, I'm sure some of the contracting companies they will have no problem in recruiting highly qualified personnel in BC, or maybe outsourcing some of these workers from abroad. We haven't seen any of these large projects built except in Quebec, but there'll be some challenges in that area, specifically in building these large, massive projects. The engineering side of it, like the working out the fine details, I don't think consultants, they are highly qualified. Most consultants who work in this area, they've done a lot of these projects abroad. Of course, working in the cold environment, that's another challenge, and working under extreme weather conditions and dealing with how they're going to deal with flooding and some times of the year, particularly during the freshet period, and how they're going to ensure the compliant, how they're going to comply with the environmental regulations. And so that's these are some of the challenges that I can think of right now. The social and environmental issues, right? On the environmental side, there might be some fishery issues, fish habitat, the contractor, and construction operations. We're dealing with heavy equipment and rapid deployment of people and equipment. So there'll be some environmental issues with fisheries, maybe spawning areas for fish. I'm sure that the contractor will take every precaution to make sure that they deal with these issues. There might be some chemical spills. In construction, you have to use chemicals, additives, or oil for instance, from equipment might leak into the river and will end up hurting some of the fish. But nowadays there are strict environmental regulations that contractors must adhere to, and overseeing this could be a challenge, but I'm sure the contractors will comply with that. And the employer, like BC Hydro, they're gonna mandate they're going to mandate that a contractor will develop a plan to manage these incidents. We already have two sites, the Williston, the GM Schramm plant, and the Peace Canyon. It's already in place, and the river is already regulated. So adding another site, another project downstream, it will not have a major impact. And this has been studies. There's been a number of studies done to evaluate what are the repercussions of building another site downstream of the big guys, the big Williston Lake, and. BC Hydro, they spend millions of dollars on environmental assessment, and they've been studied thoroughly. I was involved in developing some of the models to look at these impacts. these are operation models, and they look at how the operation of the river is going to change. You're right. So once the construction is over, the environmental impacts will be minimal. Aside, what we have seen. We have a specialization in engineering called construction management, and that area of that discipline or that field, they look at how many groups come together to accomplish a project like that. And as you said, there'll be mechanical engineers working, electrical engineers, civil engineers. Within civil engineering, I'm a civil engineer. Within civil engineering, you see a number of disciplines, like people dealing with concrete, people dealing with materials, people dealing with steel structures, water resource people dealing with water resource issues. So project management is a specialization in civil engineering, and these are the people who build, large infrastructure projects or buildings, so they are professionals, so they know how to do it.